Heroku is now in maintenance mode permanently. That's bad news if you've got your production apps and data there. Thankfully, there's never been a better time to migrate to PlanetScale. Check out planetscale.com/migrate because we've got the tools and the team to get you migrated in hours, not days. Let's take a look at how it's done to get from Heroku to PlanetScale. Postgres on Heroku doesn't support logical replication and makes it a little bit trickier to migrate away. Fortunately, our engineers have built a migration app designed to run on Heroku, which uses Bocado, which is a trigger-based replication tool. This gives us a reliable migration path with the least amount of downtime. So you can clone this app and just follow the instructions in the README, or check out documentation where there's even more details, or you can follow along with me in this video. To demonstrate this working, I've got a basic link shortening application which I've built. It's running Express.js and it's styled with Bootstrap because I wanted to keep everything sort of era appropriate to Heroku. The plan is to deploy this specialized migration app to Heroku, give it access to both this app's database and a new one I've created on PlanetScale. And this app is going to keep both databases up to date until I'm ready to switch over. The app is going to stay on Heroku. We don't have to migrate the app at this time. We're just connecting a different database. And so first, in the terminal, I'm going to run this command, Heroku config get database URL and the name of my application. And I want to note this down for later on. This is the URL of my Heroku database. Next, I'm going to create a new database on PlanetScale. I'm picking the smallest option here. PlanetScale Postgres starts at $5 a month. You should pick a PlanetScale cluster with similar CPU and RAM as your current Heroku dyno. But when it comes to storage, start with at least twice the storage space that Heroku is currently using. Bocado is not very space efficient during migration, but don't worry, automatic vacuuming will reclaim some of that extra space over time after the migration is finished. So once your PlanetScale database is ready, click connect and get your connection string. Ensure that the role that you are connecting with has the Postgres permissions. And again, just note down this value. This is your PlanetScale database URL for later. So Bocado replicates your data, but it doesn't install Postgres extensions. You'll need to make sure that any extensions you use on Heroku are also enabled on PlanetScale and available before you start the migration. And so to see which extensions your Heroku database is using, you can run this command. And don't worry, all these commands are in the README for the app and in the documentation, so you can copy them from there. But once we run that, we get to see which extensions are running on the Heroku database for now, and we can compare the compatibility against PlanetScale's documentation. And lastly, there are a few more things you'll need to keep in mind. For my demo application, the workload's quite small, but for yours, you might need to give it a bit more consideration and dive into the documentation a little more before you start your migration. So for example, depending on the size and workloads of your Heroku database, you might need to consider upgrading your Heroku plan temporarily just to handle the migration tool's increased load. And so for databases with fewer than tens of millions of rows, you should be okay, like I am now. But for anything larger, check that documentation for more guidance. Also, since Heroku restarts every dyno at least once every 24 hours, it can interrupt and then restart the data copying process. And while you should be able to expect about a transfer rate of 100 gigabytes an hour, if your database is so large that this won't complete before your next dyno restart, you probably would be best to consider deploying this migration app inside of a Docker container onto a service that won't force a restart, like an AWS EC2 instance. This guidance, your agent will help you do that. I'm keeping this simple for this video. Let's move forward and deploy this migration app to Heroku. So first, I'll clone the repository. Then I'm going to create a Heroku app from inside of that directory with the container stack. Then I need to set those config variables that we wrote down before, the URL of my Heroku database, the URL of my PlanetScale database, and as well a password which we'll need to log into the migration tools front end. I can then deploy that with the git push Heroku main command. At this point, you might be best to resize the dyno as well. For most like standard size migrations, that's going to be useful. And then next, let's go ahead and open up the Heroku dashboard. Here I'll need the username admin and the password that we set before. Mine was incredibly secure. So here's the migration tools front end. It has more instructions to make sure that you understand what you are doing. And before we start, we need to confirm that I have done all of these things, such as resizing the Heroku database, and we've confirmed that all of the extensions are compatible. So now the structure of the database has been copied from Heroku to PlanetScale, and Bocado is set up in between, so that data will be transferred from one to the other. You can test this by jumping back over to PlanetScale dashboard. Looking at the console here, I've connected to the main branch, and I can check what tables are available on this database now, and I can see there's my links table from the Heroku application. The structure is there, but the data isn't. Let's test that by saying, let's select the count of everything from the links table. And then we can see there's no data, but there is structure. Let's work on that next. Back over in the migration tool, I can click on Start Data Copy, and that is going to copy all of the data from Heroku into PlanetScale. That says that's done. Let's go and check that now. We can rerun that same query. And there we have the same 500 rows in my Heroku app that I now have in PlanetScale. And we should be able to easily prove that the data is being kept in sync across both. That new row is going to be written to the Heroku database, but it should also be written to the PlanetScale database as well. And we can see there with an updated select that the count is now 501. And that would work with deletes as well. Let's delete that row back out of the application. We can go back to our database, select the count again, and there we can see we're back to 500. So both databases are being kept up to date. What we need to do now is stop writes on Heroku and then cut over all traffic to PlanetScale once it's in sync. And so the way to stop those writes on Heroku is to click this switch traffic button. That is going to run a command inside of the Heroku database here, and you get warned about it here that no more writes are going to go through to Heroku. So let's click switch traffic. So this is where your app, it should stay online because it can still do reads, but it's not going to accept writes. Let's double check that as well. We should get an error here. Perfect. Now let's switch over that config variable in the Heroku app to point from Heroku to PlanetScale. And so now using the Heroku CLI, I can update the database URL to a new value. Keep in mind, this doesn't have to be the same connection string you used before. In fact, it might be better off that it's not, because that one had Postgres level permissions, which might be too elevated for the day-to-day running of your application. Now, in my instance, I've got a particular problem that you might run into in rare circumstances where you can't overwrite an existing protected value like database URL. There's a few ways around that, but I found it simplest just to go and update the application and redeploy and say prefer an environment variable called PlanetScale database URL first and use that if it exists. So now my Heroku app is pointing at my PlanetScale database. Let's go and test that that works. We'll create a new link here. Perfect. PlanetScale.com has been added, and we can check that that works as well. The count's been updated, and we can even select the link. Select star from links where slug equals. And that's it. So our application still lives on Heroku, but all of the reads and writes are being performed from a PlanetScale database, which is a much more secure home for your content going forward. If you found this useful, please let me know. Subscribe for more updates. If there's any other migration sources you'd be interested in seeing some content around, please let me know in the comments as well. But as always, check out the documentation and specifically planetscale.com/migration for any more information that you might need for you and your team. I'll see you in the next one.